Keeping the sleeves down. Don't want no tickies. Pull it with one hand, cup with the other. It ain't gotta be pushing hard, baby. There you go. See? No, go ahead, this one.
Okay, we're back in the old Connorsville Cemetery here in Henry County, where I made the last video about the grave of James Lawson, my 4 times great-grandfather. And I'm here with my son Preston, my grandson Trey, my great-granddaughter Blake, and we've done a pretty good job of getting this cleared up where you can at least find his gravesite now. Go ahead and put it down. That's James Lawson's 7th great-granddaughter. James Lawson was born in 1758 in Ireland and arrived in North America in 1766. What I'm about to read now is James's own words from his application for a pension for serving in the Revolutionary War. This is his own accounts of his time in the Continental Army. I enlisted in the Army of the United States in the year 1777 with a recruiting officer named Joshua Shaw and served with a regiment of the United States troops commanded by Colonel McVane in the company of Captain William Kinsley. I enlisted at a place called Newtown in Pennsylvania and was mustered into service at Bristol, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, opposite Burlington, New Jersey. I was in the Battle of Germantown, Pennsylvania on October the 4th, 1777. From Germantown, I was sent with a detachment to Frankfort, where I was stationed about 3 months, and from there made excursions into the neighborhood. The British then had possession of Philadelphia. When the British left Philadelphia, my regiment went in pursuit. I was in the Battle of Monmouth near Canterbury, New Jersey on June 28, 1778. I was at the Battle of Stony Point in New York on July 15, 1779. General Anthony Wayne commanded. We stormed the British redoubt with trailed arms. From Stony Point, we returned to Newtown, 7 miles from Bristol, where I was stationed a whole winter in winter quarters in 1779 to 1780. Colonel Johnson was in command, and sometimes Colonel Chambers. General Wayne was the commander-in-chief of all the Pennsylvania troops. After the capture of Lord Cornwallis, he was discharged, or rather dismissed, at New York. General Henry Knox was the officer who rode along the lines and dismissed the men, telling them that they should be provided for. I served the Revolutionary Army 2 years and 8 months. I afterwards served in Lieutenant Colonel Joshua Harmon's expedition to the west. I then lived in Poughkeepsie, New York. I enlisted with Captain John F. Hamricks and was soon appointed sergeant. We rendezvoused at West Point. Our regiment was commanded by Colonel Hammer. The other captains, besides Hamtramck, were Hart, Strong, and Ziegler. We marched 29th October from West Point to Pittsburgh, passing Reading, Carlisle, and Bedford. The baggage trains were said to be the first wagons ever to cross the Alleghenies. I got to Pittsburgh the 29th November and stayed there 3 to 4 weeks. Major John Jorley was sent to Fort McIntosh at the mouth of Big Beaver. The Indians threatened to burn the fort. We were ordered there to assist Major Darley. About the 1st of March, I went from McIntosh with Captain Hamrick's company under the command of Major Willis to the Mingo towns of Mingo Bottoms. Norris, the head man among the Tories, sent in a flag of truce, and the parties came to a compromise. The Indians and Tories agreed to move off in 10 days. We went to the mouth of Megun and stayed there with Dorley in a forsaken fort until the 10 days were out, and then returned and found the Indians and the Tories parties gone and in the act of going. From the Mingo towns, we returned back by the river to McIntosh, where I was discharged by Captain Hamrick. James moved to North Carolina in the 1790s, then to Bedford County in 1814. In February of 1818, he moved to Hickman County, Tennessee, and in 1833, he moved to Henry County. On May 1st, 1849, he received a land grant of 75 acres for his service in the Revolutionary War. James died in Connersville, Henry County, in 1852. He was 94 years old. I'm really glad that we've got this his gravesite cleaned up for the 250th anniversary of the Revolutionary War.
Look at that. Good job.